thing that's really important when it comes to, say, your knives, or when it comes to, say, choosing knives, make sure that the knife fits in your hand. Make sure it's a weight in which you would be able to hold for a long period of time. Okay? Not to say that you're going to be tethered to your table after taking these classes and you should be able to hold a knife indefinitely or anything of that sort. But have you ever like picked up your knife and been like, this is really heavy? Have you ever looked at your knife and thought to yourself, this is a little bit more blade than I need? Yeah, I have an 18-inch blade on one of my knives. I'm not kidding. It's a serrated knife, and it's for cutting cakes. I can't store it anywhere in my house, except for like underneath one of my toolboxes so nobody gets hurt. That would be me. I'm not kidding, okay? But in a lot of knives, I've given away a lot of knives because it's like a 10-inch chef knife. I don't need that much. This is about an 8. There's, say, some of the smaller ones that are maybe about this big. Great. That works for me. If that works for you, fantastic. How many of you have knives upon knives that are knives for knives, and you only use 2? Right? Okay, cool. I use 3. I've got like 20 knives. But it was also that was my work for a very long time, too. So determine, say, what's the right size for you? What's the right weight for you? How thick do you need it to be? Okay, I prefer mine to be nice and thin. I prefer them to be a uniform in depth as well. If you look at the back of a knife, sometimes you can see that some of them get a little bit wider. All right. Another thing, see how I'm holding my knife? Where are my fingers? Everyone's like, you guys see? Okay, is my hand here when I'm chopping? Okay, is my hand here? Where are my fingers tucked behind? What do you call it? Back part of the blade. Yeah. Back part of the blade, okay? My fingers are tucked behind here. My index finger, a lot of the times, is here. My thumb is going to be here. Sometimes it's tucked down like this. Can you see that? A little bit back. See that? Okay. The reason being is because I have more control. I don't have any control here. What's doing all the work here is this. After a while, what's that get you? Carpal tunnel, right? Yeah, who cares for that, right? I don't care for that. So one thing that they would teach us is that move up on the blade, okay? So that you're chopping from here and from here, okay? So you're chopping this way. You have a lot more control. Does that make sense? Can everybody see that? Okay. So instead of being like here, you're here, and you can move from there, okay? Yeah, you can move forward. You can also move it back if you want. See what I'm saying? But what's doing most of the work is the biggest joint, say, on my arm. Okay? Cool. So I'm going to finish up this dish so that we all have enough. Sound good? Okay, cool.